Now let's talk about Bumble is going public. Today, Thursday morning, when y'all are listening to this, Bumble will be a publicly traded company. And I expect that Bumble is going to double on when it's listed. It's announced that they're going to be selling about 35 million shares. They're going to raise about $2.2 billion from their IPO, and they're going to sell 35 million shares at $43. So if you can get in on those IPO prices, which just like we learned with Airbnb, is very unlikely that any one of us are going to get in on any of these prices. What's going to happen is when you finally have a chance to buy Bumble during midday trading, it's going to be from that $43, I think it's going to start trading at $100, just like we saw with Airbnb. So if you don't know what Bumble is, first of all, where you been? You should know what Bumble is. It's a dating app that gives the control to women to make the first move. So for dudes like myself, who are just super shy and don't like to really talk to people like that, and we're not trying to flirt out there and do all this kind of stuff like that, it's a great cop-out option for us. It's a great cop-out option. I know my roommate has been on Bumble. He's got a couple of dates on Bumble. He says he likes it. I think it's going to do really, really well. As a matter of fact, if you compare Bumble to Tinder, which is owned by Match Group, they have been doing unbelievably well in the last year as far as their stock is concerned, also by revenue standards. With all of us staying inside all day, not having anywhere to go, not being able to talk to anybody, not being able to interact with the other species, or rather with the other sex or gender, I think the word is gender that I'm looking for. Tinder had a spike in revenue, and the stock price actually shot up 43% in the last year. And the thing you have to think about with Bumble already has over 100 million users, like active users on their platform. So Bumble is gonna challenge Tinder, and I think it's not gonna be like who's gonna be the dominant force. It's gonna be like both of them are gonna own the market to a degree. I think both of them are basically just the only two. It's gonna be a duopoly where both of them control the entire market. Think of Facebook and Google in the ad space. It's basically the same thing that's gonna happen with Bumble and Tinder, where both of them are basically just going to control the dating market.
I hope you enjoyed that little snippet of the Rambling Mind podcast. If you want more of the Rambling Mind podcast, or if you want to listen to the whole episode that you just heard, go check it out on any podcast listening platform, whether that be Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Breaker, Stitcher. I could go on, but you guys already know which podcast you love to use to listen to. So go check it out. Link down in the description as well. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.